What's going on? Woo! We're going to Garland, Texas for the Lonestar 2019. It's gonna be a good time. I'm about 8 hours into my 11-hour drive coming from Colorado. So Colorado Springs to Garland, Texas. I think it's, I don't know, so several hundred miles. Driving down today, should get there around 9 or 10 o'clock at night or something like that, and wake up early, go hit up practice. I still got some stuff I got to do to my buggy to get it back up and running. I was rebuilding the diffs last night and it just was not coming together. Stuff's grinding and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need new spider gears or something, I don't know. So hopefully I can get that going up and running, otherwise I'm just gonna be racing truggy, which whatever, but it's a long way to drive to just race truggy. I'll keep you posted the rest of the video.
A lot of people here. Oh yeah, it's a tarp there.
Once again, guys, I'm down to 2 marshals. I got
Woo! He's cooking. Oh yeah.
I was trying to get Good morning, Friday, practice day at Indy RC. We are doing Lonestar Classic practice today. I got a bunch of stuff I got to do to my buggy. It took me about 12 hours to drive down here yesterday and I didn't feel like messing with it. So I got all day to get the buggy back together and then get it running, get some practice laps in. Track looks pretty cool. I definitely think that it's gonna groove in a lot more. That's what everybody's been saying, that it's gonna groove in, and the tires that I brought are not the tires that I'm gonna end up wanting to stick with practice quals and mains day. So I don't know, I got a couple sets of tires and we're gonna see what we got. Just gonna get in there, have a good time. They're not even open yet, so we're gonna be hopefully like the first people in there. Hopefully there's not 800 people at the door, but it's gonna be good. I'll take some video as soon as we get in there.
All right, we just showed up to Indy RC World practice. There is a lot of people here already today. And it's 10:30, something like that. They just opened up. Got all my gear inside, about to set up. I got some work to do on the buggy, so I'm gonna get cranking on that. Get some practice. Get some video of everybody doing practice and everything. A lot of big people here, some real fast guys. It's going to be real tough race. All right, it's quals day. Spent a lot of time yesterday working on my buggy, probably 5-6 hours. I mean, I basically rebuilt the whole car. All the diffs, steering, shocks, I did everything. The altitude change actually messed with my shocks pretty bad when I rebuilt them before I came. They were, the bleeders, or the caps, were all bubbled in, and so I had to go back and add some air to all my shocks. Spent about 5 hours working on the buggy. First run out felt great. I mean, the buggy feels awesome. The TurboTrax tires are kicking in, and working really, really good. Traction is definitely, it feels like a 10 scale indoor track. So it's a lot different than all the outdoor tracks that I've been racing in Colorado, dusty and then grooving up. It's just sheet of ice. So I bought some set of electro shots from Hobby Shop here and glued those up last night. And I might run those tomorrow. Maybe save them for tomorrow if it really grooves up. It looks like it's going to be the tire, you know, to go with. Yeah, Quals Day. I'll get some more video definitely of the track today and tomorrow. So I made some changes to the truggy during practice. Just some small things. Went up in ride height a little bit. When I first went out there, I was feeling good. Changed the tires, and these set of tires worked a lot better. Just a little bit harder compound was actually working a little bit better because it started to warm up. And then I came back, and for some reason I just changed the ride height by like 6 millimeters, and I went back out for another practice round, and I lost all my steering. I mean, pushing through every single turn, and this track is pretty tricky because it's open and fast, but then there's real tight turns, and with just the power of the truggy, I mean, I was just pushing through. So my last practice of yesterday was actually my worst practice after those changes. So I went back and I talked to Quincy. I think he's a local guy, I don't know, but Hot Bodies. So he's running real fast. I went out there and marshaled, and he was killing it. So I went and asked him what he was running, and I just set my stuff up the same as his. It's probably pretty close to what it was. I forget what exactly my ride height was before I went out there. Probably in the low 30s because track is just really smooth. So low is going to be better today. Hopefully the driver's meeting starts in about 10 minutes, and hopefully everything goes good today. I'm running open e-truggy and expert e-buggy. We'll see how it goes. All right, finished with qualifying. I feel pretty good. Truggy, I did really good. I improved every single qualifier. Cut 13 seconds off my second and third qualifying runs. Should put me in the A. I don't know, math in public isn't always the best, but pretty sure I'm in A. Maybe like 8th or 9th or something like that. Buggy, terrible. I mean, just absolutely terrible. There's some really, really fast guys, and I don't really have to do much math, but I'm dead last, like dead last in the expert class. There's some really, really fast guys, and I mean, I ran a pretty good run. You know, I'm not so far in last that I don't think I should be able to catch up in the whatever the D or the E main. I don't know. My goal for buggy was to not finish last place, so it's still possible. We'll see how it goes. Truggy though felt really, really good. I mean, the setup, it's Hot Bodies E817T, just dialed. I mean, it is really just hooking up, tons of traction, butter smooth, feels really good. buggy not so good. I did a lot of work on it. I mean, wrenching hours and hours trying to get it all set up, and it's just not clicking for me. So it is what it is. It's all right. Good night.
All right, Sunday, Lonestar Classic 2019. It's race day. It's gonna be a good day. I did well in my truggy yesterday. Got qualifying that third round. I really picked up the pace and made the A main. So 10th, last place in the A main, but I'm in the A main, so that's good enough. That's good enough. I'm happy with that. Maybe I can move up a couple spots. I think the pace of those top 4 or 5 guys, I'm not going to pick up their pace, but there's going to be a fight for 8th place. You know what I mean? The buggy, not so well. D main, whatever. It hasn't been a good day for any of the Colorado crew. For buggy, Thomas and Andrew Jackson were. Actually, Andrew was saying that his buggy was on rails and was running good. People keep taking him out. He keeps making little mistakes, stuff like that. The track is getting tough. There's a lot of grip. It's really grooving in, and too much grip. You know, Friday practice and Saturday first quals, we were ice skating, and now we're just cutting. That's pretty good. I've got experience running on the 10 scale clay track, so it just feels like a big old clay track. Just faster, bigger jumps. A lot different than the outdoor 8 scale stuff. So pretty cool. I'm really glad that I was able to come down, and all my gear, I haven't really had any problems except for me rebuilding the whole buggy on Saturday, but other than that, I mean, I haven't had any problems at all. My runs have been pretty clean, and just been doing the best thing that I can do. So I'm having a blast. Driver's meeting is at 7:45 this morning. It's gonna be a long day. I think there's 39 races or something like that. Some of those being 45-minute mains. For the E-Truggy, it's a double A main, and for buggy, it's the D main, but I probably won't even bump out of that D main. All my focus is going to be on truggy today. Whatever. I'm the third race for buggy. Track's still going to be cold, damp. Maybe some people will be sliding around, and I've been running the VP Pro turbo tracks on the buggy. And the damn thing is, I mean, the buggy, like, my pace is off, but I feel pretty good on it. Like, I don't have too much steering. I mean, everything, it's set up. I wouldn't change anything on it. It feels good. I'm just off the pace. So that's just got to be me. So the VP Pro turbo tracks, tires, Evos. I tried the Cactuses, and they weren't doing as well once the track really grooved in. I wish I had some of those Strikers or Frontiers, because those look like they would have been perfect for this race. I just wasn't able to get some ordered and sent here in time for me to drive down. That's it. Keep you updated. Sorry, it's all bouncy.
Mainstay. Maestro! checkup. All right, just finished driving Expert e-buggy, D main. Had a few rough laps. First couple laps, I worked my way past third, settled in, and put down some good laps. Didn't have any marshals or anything. Was doing a lot better, but first and second were just too far gone. So ended up finishing third in the D main. So I missed the bump. So that's it for buggy. Moving on to truggy, race 19. Feeling pretty good. I'm on pace with the top or the maybe fifth on back. So should be able to get some good racing in with those guys. And truggy's been, that's where I'm at anyways. I like the truggy better than the buggy. So still in it, feeling good, pumped. It's cold out here. All right, finished my first main with truggy. Qualified for the A, 10th spot, 2 bump ups, from the B main. So I started in 10th place out of 12, and for a while there I was running good. I was running strong. Me and Steve, I forget his last name. We were battling for, I think we were in like 5th or 6th, something like that. So I mean, racing was good. We were going back and forth. It was really good, really fun. We were battling, and then all of a sudden, my front chassis brace, one of the bolts and nuts holding it on, right above the outdrive of my center diff, I guess it popped off, and the chassis brace dropped down into my outdrive and just locked it up. It wedged itself in there. So I had to cut my first race short. I think it was a 10-minute main, and I ran, I think, like 7.5 minutes. I was in 6th place, dropped down to dead last because everybody else finished except for me. Disappointed. I was running good. I was feeling it. Everything was good, and then, but that's racing. Got a main 2, and hopefully we do pretty good in that. I mean, my goal this whole trip was to just not finish last place. Qualifying for the A main, like, I'm already all right. Feels good. Probably got another 2 or 3 hours or something like that before my next race. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be good. Got the car all fixed. I'm gonna try out the electro shots. I was racing just a medium, or actually just a large pin and pentangles, and they were doing good. I felt good, but I glued up a set of electro shots yesterday, the night before, and Andrew Jackson is telling me run them, and I got a DNF first race. Let's try it out and experiment. A lot of people are running them. Should be a good tire, but I felt good. Maybe now's not the time to change it up. We're gonna test it out.
Activate the marshal, guys. Five seconds, guys. Finish the line you're on. And Dylan, you're done. Lots of racing. Let's keep it clean on this start. I'm betting that you're going to have a special. Pay attention. Pitman, fill them up, fill them up, fill them up, fill them up, fill them up. Runners, clean them out, 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 clean them out. Down and quiet. Good start till corner two. Good start. This is race 11 on the track. It is your expert, Nitro Buggy G-Main. down. 23 to go. Everett out front, Beck in second. Brothers in third, Dog in fourth. Amber Waves in fifth. Clear them out. Down and quiet.
That's a restart.
Race 12 is underway. This is your intermediate nitro buggy B-Main on the track. This is a 20-minute B-Main.
Oh, come on, Thomas. Let's go, Thomas!
Hey, that's a bad line. Hey, y'all need to calm down, guys. Calm down. You got a whole bunch of racing to go. All is good over here now. Oh, it ran away? I'm sorry. So early in the race. .315 down, 16:45 to go. Barry Nicholson out front. At a 41:20.09 pace, 1.4 up on Murphy. Michaels 8.5 back in third. Wilson 1.9 back in fourth. Fox half a second back in fifth. Clark in sixth. Boomer in seventh. Sleeper in eighth. Preston in ninth. Martinez in 10th. Move them up. Move them forward. Fill in the gap. Real quick before we get this started. Pit men. Fill them up, fill them up, fill them up, fill them up, fill them up. Drivers. Clean them out, clean them out, clean them out, clean them out, clean them out. Down and quiet. Race 14 is underway. This is your gas truck A-Main on the track. In the double after the wall ride. And it's clear. Oh, don't do that no more. Don't give them that corner. God dang. Yeah.
Hit that triple.
Marshals, please pay attention. Pitmen, fill them up, 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 fill them up. Drivers, clean them out, 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 clean them out. Down and quiet. Race 15 is underway. This is your Newport Nitro Buggy B-Main on the track. Guys, keep it clean. It's a 25-minute race. You got a ton of racing. Keep it clean. Husser pulling away already on lap 1, 2.5 up on Boudreaux. So quickly. I got somebody out there yelling at tires. Come on, man. Dang. Titus driving like he runs in a parking lot. Out of control. He's going to fall down off the driver's stand. You said that. I didn't. Oh, Cody Cooper, what we going to do with you? 1 down, 9 to go. Peter Husser, Alpha on 23. 10-17 pace early in the race. 2.5 up on Boudreaux. Murphy running 4.5 back in third. Titus in fourth. Long in fifth. Smith in sixth. First corner there, it's going to be a roll call start to restart. Only person that'll like that is Amber Waves. He would like that a bunch. So he'd appreciate it. Middle of the pack, you guys crash and take everybody out. Marshals, please pay attention. Drivers on the tone. We're going to take that start. This is race 17 on the track, 10-minute race. Race 18, intermediate E-Buggy A1 main drivers. Get your gear ready to go. Race 16 drivers, please don't bug out. Need you to marshal next. $1:15 down, 8:45 to go. Amber Waves leading it early. Terry Lane second. Rodriguez in third. McCallum in fourth, and Stampley in fifth. Peter Husser to the director's booth, please. Down, 8 to go. Amber Waves out front with a 22:10.05 pace, 5.2 up Ontario. Rodriguez 1/10 back in third. McCallum 3.1 back in fourth. Walker 1 second back in fifth. Hedden just 8/10 back in sixth. Stampley 8.5 back in seventh. Garza 6/10 back in. Race number 18 is underway. This is your intermediate E-Buggy A1 main on the track. Next up, race 19. Open E-Truggy A1 main drivers, get your gear ready. throw them up, throw them up, throw them up, throw them up, throw them up. Drivers, clean them out, 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 clean them out. Down and quiet. Beautiful start, guys, beautiful start. Race number 22 is underway. This is a 45-minute A-main, guys. Keep it clean. You don't got to get dirty early. It's a long race. Clean it up, fellas. Round 42 and a half to go. Tyler Hooks out front on a 1:11:45:15 pace. 3.5 up on Royston. Rody 1.2 back in third. Hughes 3 seconds back in fourth. Beck 1.4 back in fifth. Down 40 and 30 remaining on the racetrack. Hooks out front. Once again on that 1:11:45:14 pace. 4.3 up on Royston. Rody 1.7 back in third. Beck 6 seconds back in fourth. Hughes 5.1 back in fifth. Moore 6, Everett 7, Moore 8. There to 10 now. Lewis in the 1. That's Lewis in the 1. Jeff Lewis in the 2. On through the 3 makes the lane in the 4. John Kelly to the 5, with Lawrence 6, Kid Folk 7, Cloud 8, Jeff 9, Giselle 10, Bob Thorne and Andrew now 12. Marshall, pay attention. Pittman, fill him up, fill him up, fill him up, fill him up, fill him up. Brothers, clear him out, clear him out, clear him out, clear him out, clear him out. Down and quiet. Race number 24 is underway. This is your intermediate nitro buggy, Amen, on the track. Calm down, fellas. Calm down. It's a 30-minute race. That green car out there, he's got something wrong. He's going to blow up. Something's broke. You can't keep it on pace, you need to pull it. Clear pit lane, please. Clear pit lane, please. 145 down, 28:11 to go. Harry Lewis out front. Kelly replaced back in second. Cooper in third. Dustin puts the Dawson dead.
All right, that's a wrap on Indy RC Lonestar Classic. I had a pretty disappointing second, the A2. I thermoed. 15 seconds left on the clock, thermoed, and I was up in 6th, finished 12th again. That's 2 mains. Didn't get to finish in my truggy, and that sucks because I was doing all right. I was doing better than what I thought I was gonna do today. So I can go out on that. At least I made the A, qualified. Handling, I mean, the truggy is running great, all except for the motors overheating, or the ESC. Definitely got to upgrade. I only had a 2000 kV motor with an 18 tooth pinion, and just give me a little bit more. Definitely not. I'm gonna get a 2300 kV, throw that in there, and then not have to gear so high. That way I can actually clear some of those big triples and stuff without burning my motor. Driving home tomorrow. It's gonna be a long day, but good. It's a fun trip. Track's awesome. Some cool people. I don't know his name, but the race director, he put on a tight program, and I mean, calling everybody, marshals, get up here. You know, it was just real good. You know, he had to, and because people were marshaling, but weren't showing up on time. But he ran a good, real tight program. You know, it's only 7 o'clock right now. We started at, I think, the first race is like 8:30, so a little less than 12 hours. That's not too bad for a couple hundred entries. So yeah, Indy RC, Lonestar Classic. I'll be back. This was a great time. So next year I'm gonna come back better, more prepared. Thanks. All right, so it's been a couple days since the Lone Star, and kind of calmed down a little bit, you know, because I was real disappointed. Just that I didn't finish either one of my truggy races, and because I was doing good, and I was pretty disappointed. But now that I'm thinking about it and just reflected on the whole trip, a couple things come to mind. One, I had a blast. I mean, it was definitely the biggest event I've ever been to. There was tons of people there. Everybody was having a good time. It was really fun. I had a really good time. Two, aside from the one thing or the things that went wrong when I DNF'd, didn't finish my race, the truck was running amazing. I mean, I had all the steering I wanted, all the speed I wanted, clearing the jumps. I wasn't slapping real hard even when I was launching it. The truggy was running amazing. That's the Hobbies E817T. I mean, I just built it, so that's the first race I've done aside from one club race on the truggy, and it was just handling awesome. The tires, I was running the Pentangles from James Racing first, and those were working good, but I tried out the Proline Electro Shots, and those tires are dialed. Can't complain about any of that. I mean, aside from just the chassis brace nut falling off, which I Loctited the bejesus out of it after I didn't finish that first race. But and then I need to upgrade my motor to a 2300 kV to get the power that I was wanting, because I was full throttle a lot of times, so I was really putting that motor in ESC to the test. It had the performance, just couldn't maintain the temps. So the truggy, aside from those two things, was running amazing. I'll have a setup sheet and stuff that I post. Maybe I'll put it in I'll put a link to it in the description of this video. But mostly just what the stock 817 kit is, just with some minor changes and stuff that I made for the track itself. Indy, you know, it's like a clay track, so it's not going to be quite the same. I lowered the ride height quite a bit, went up in diff, just because there's tons of traction and stuff like that. Went up in diff fluid. But and third, my performance. I mean, I qualified right out of the gate in the A main of the open class, so there was some really fast guys there, and I qualified right there. Didn't have to do any bumps or anything to get there. So, and I was running in 6th place both times before I went out with a lot of time to go, and we had some really good battles. Me and Steve, we were battling. It was a blast. We were doing. It was really fun. So that's unfortunate, but overall, I mean, the trip was awesome. Went down with a bunch of good guys from Colorado, and we just had a blast. It was really fun. Got to hang out with some of the guys from Hot Bodies and just get some of their advice. Quincy Hughes, he helped me out a little bit, and he was on rails all weekend. So overall, it was awesome. I had a really good time. Thanks for watching.